Number 1. The 1971 Ford Camper Special. $3,500, Midway Park, North Carolina. If you're in the market for a vintage truck with big block muscle and serious project potential, check out this 1971 Ford Camper Special, a classic workhorse with a fresh heart and a lot of life left to give. Under the hood, you'll find a brand new 390 cubic inch V8, a legendary Ford big block known for its torque and long-haul durability. It runs and drives, which is already a win in the classic truck world, especially at this price point. But like any 50-year-old vehicle, it does come with a to-do list. The brakes need work, and the seller mentions they're already in the process of fixing them. Plus, the ignition system still needs to be installed. That means this truck is just a few steps away from being road ready. As for the body, it's showing some rust in the usual spots, so a little welding or patchwork will go a long way if you're aiming for a restoration, or even just a reliable patina cruiser. The bones are classic Ford, big, solid, and built with the camper-ready strength that the Camper Special trim was known for. This model was designed with heavy-duty suspension and towing upgrades straight from the factory, making an excellent platform whether you're pulling a trailer, building a retro hauler, or dreaming up a weekend adventure rig. With the new engine already in place, you're getting a big part of the budget-heavy work out of the way. Now here's the twist. The owner is open to offers or even a trade, preferably for a boat or something cool. So, if you've got a toy you're ready to part with and you've been itching to get into a vintage V8 truck, this could be your moment. At just $3,500, it's priced right for someone who's handy with tools and has a vision. Whether you're into old-school restorations, camper conversions, or just want a weekend cruiser with some muscle and soul, this 1971 Ford Camper Special could be the perfect canvas. Number 2, the 1986 GMC Sierra Pickup 2D, $12,500, Princeton, West Virginia. If you're looking for an old-school truck with modern muscle under the hood, this 1986 GMC Sierra might just stop you in your tracks. With just 2,000 miles driven on the build, this truck isn't just a pretty face. It's packing a 383-stroker engine built for power, torque, and serious street performance. That's right. The heart of this classic pickup is a high-performance small block that sounds as mean as it runs. Whether you're lighting up the back tires or just cruising Main Street, this truck is a turn heads every time you roll by. Paired with an automatic transmission, it delivers a smooth, confident drive that's ready for weekend shows or daily runs. The body is all original, true to that rugged and boxy GMC silhouette that makes these mid-80s pickups so iconic. Finished in bold black with a contrasting red interior, it's a timeless combo that screams attitude and Americana. Inside, you got that classic bench seat layout with old-school charm. And while the ad doesn't list every detail, a red interior like this usually means plush style and vintage vibes that you just don't see in modern trucks. And for those who appreciate clean builds, this one clearly had attention to detail, with low mileage since the drivetrain were fresh and a finish that still looks strong. At $12,500, it's priced for someone who knows what they're getting. Not just a truck, but a classic muscle build wrapped in a working man's steel. It's rare to find a vehicle that balances street performance, originality, and that unmistakable 80s square body swagger. But this 86 GMC Sierra manages to deliver all three. Whether you're building your weekend toy, a retro daily driver, or a standout for the local car show, this one's worth a second look. But don't wait too long. These kind of clean, upgraded builds don't stay on the market for long. Number 3, The 1970 Ford F100 regular cab XL pickup, $14,999, Tolland, Connecticut. Looking for a factory short bed classic that packs punch and personality? Check out this 1970 Ford F100, a vintage pickup that's raw, powerful, and full of potential. Under the hood sits a 347-stroker motor, a solid upgrade from the stock block, and it's paired with a manual 3-speed floor shifter for that old-school muscle feel. This truck runs, drives, and stops, so it's not just a static garage queen, but it is a bit of a project in progress. The seller mentions it could use some tinkering and finishing touches. The valve cover leaks, and the fans still need to be wired. But if you're the kind of buyer who doesn't mind turning a wrench on the weekends, that's where the value really lies, because the heavy lifting is already done. The truck has manual brakes and manual steering, which means you're getting the full vintage driving experience, unfiltered and mechanical, just how classic truck lovers like it. You also get a set of old-school centerline wheels, adding a touch of hot rod flair that complements the F100's tough stance. While the body isn't flawless, the seller notes there's some rust here and there. It's still a very presentable rig, the kind you can confidently drive to a meet or cruise night while working on it piece by piece. The factory short bed setup makes it especially desirable, giving you that perfect balance between utility and style, and it's getting harder and harder to find short bed models that haven't already been chopped up or overly customized. At $14,999, this F100 is priced for the enthusiast who knows the value of a real deal, mechanically solid vintage Ford. You're not just buying a truck. You're stepping into a classic platform with muscle car vibes, hot rod touches, and the kind of hands-on character that modern trucks just can't offer. Whether you're looking to restore, rest-a-mod, or simply enjoy a retro ride that stands out from the crowd, this 1970 F100 has all the right bones. Ready to give a good home? Number 4, the 1977 Ford F-150 FX4 Pickup, $14,900, Mentor, Ohio. Straight out of Oregon and ready for summer, this 1977 Ford F-150 FX4 Ranger is a true old-school 4x4 with muscle, charm, and that iconic 70s Ford toughness. This truck comes equipped with a mighty 390 cubic inch V8, paired with an automatic transmission, and it's riding high on a clean 4x4 setup, a rugged combination that made the F-150 a legend in the first place. Whether you're heading off-road, hauling gear, or just cruising into town, this truck is ready to deliver with smooth power and vintage character. The seller says it runs and drives great, and that's not hard to believe. These big block engines are built like tanks, and when properly maintained, they're known to go the distance. Now let's talk about the looks. The body is in super solid condition, thanks to its life on the dry West Coast. No rust buckets here. The paint has a patina finish, which gives it that weathered, classic vibe that collectors and enthusiasts love. It's not about shiny chrome or flashy graphics. This truck wears its age with pride. The 8-foot bed adds to its functionality, making it a great candidate for a weekend workhorse, vintage hauler, or just a cool cruiser with that long bed stance. It's the kind of truck that turns heads at stoplights and gets nods of approval at every gas station. At $14,900, this F-150 isn't just a throwback, it's a driver. When you can hop in, fire up that V8, and actually enjoy today. The ad makes it clear, no trades, no time wasters, and if you send a generic "is it available" message, you won't hear back. This is for someone who knows what they're looking at. A vintage, dry climate, long bed Ford 4x4 with timeless style, real utility, and that unmistakable 70s stance. Summer's here, and if you're ready to drive something different, something real, the 77 Ranger F-150 might be your next adventure. Number 5, the 1966 Ford F-100, $14,000, Asheboro, North Carolina. Take a look at this beautifully preserved classic, a 1966 Ford F-100. Finished in a nostalgic two-tone blue over white that brings all the vintage vibes you want in a mid-60s pickup. This truck is described to be in very good condition, and right away you can tell it's been cared for. Under the hood is a 240 cubic inch Ford the 5.8, a rock-solid engine known for reliability and smooth torque, made a C6 3-speed manual transmission on the floor. Perfect for those who love that hands-on, classic truck feel. You're getting the kind of truck that doesn't just sit in the garage. It's ready to drive, to show off, and to enjoy. Whether you're headed to a local cruise night or loading it up with gear for the weekend, this F100 delivers both style and function in a way only a vintage Ford can. The interior features blue leather seats, a clean and timeless contrast to the truck's white dash and door panels, bringing a nice custom touch without straying too far from the original style. One standout feature that collectors will appreciate is the wood bed floor, which add a level of craftsmanship and character you just can't replicate with modern trucks. It's a beautiful blend of utility and style, showing off that old-school charm of pride. This isn't a project or a rusted-out relic. It's a ready-to-roll cruiser with the kind of clean presentation and drivability that makes it worth every penny. The seller's asking $14,000, and judging by the condition and curb appeal, that's a solid price for a truck from this era, especially one with a clean title, solid mechanicals, and a great color combo. So if you're in the market for a turnkey classic with original style, a dependable V8 and head-turning looks, this 1966 F100 deserves a serious look. It's got the right stance, the right details, and all the right character to stand out wherever you take it. Call the number listed and make it yours, because trucks like this don't sit around long. Number 6. The 1978 Ford F-150 long bed, $9,000. Ellendale, Delaware. This right here is a piece of pure American grit. A 1978 Ford F-150 long bed, packing classic lines, big block power, and that raw, old-school driving feel. It's been driven about 80,000 miles, though the true mileage is unknown, and that's no surprise. Trucks like this weren't babied. They were built to work, to haul, to run hard, and keep going. Under the hood, it's got a strong-running 351 Windsor V8 from a Lincoln, paired with a 4-barrel carburetor and an automatic 3-speed transmission that's been upgraded with a shift kit for crisper, more aggressive gear changes. If you're looking for a vintage Ford that still knows how to hustle, this one delivers. It starts, runs, and even comes tagged through 2026, meaning you can get behind the wheel and hit the road right away. Now, this truck isn't pretending to be a museum piece. It's a real survivor, and it wears its age with pride. Yes, it's got some rust. Yes, the window seals need replacing, but that's all part of the character. It's honest, it's solid, and it's ready for someone to take it to the next level, whether that's a full resto, a weekend cruiser, or a rough and ready shop truck. The body still holds that classic 70s Ford stance, stretched across a long bed that gives it presence and practicality. Throw your gear in the back, crank that V8, and let the growl do the talking. The patina, the ride, the rumble, it's everything people love about vintage Ford pickups. You won't find fancy electronics or luxury interiors here, just a bench seat raw torque, and enough steel to make modern trucks feel like soda cans. Priced at $9,000 OBO and available to view right now at 16337 Beach Highway in Ellendale, Delaware, this F-150 is calling for someone who sees a potential in a true classic. Whether you're a Ford fan, a collector, or just someone who wants something with soul and history, this is your chance to grab a real truck, one that's built like they used to be. Come take a look, bring your offer, and drive away in a piece of blue oval history. Number 7. The 1985 GMC Sierra 1/2-ton long bed, $10,950, Fresno, California. Here's a true survivor from the golden era of American trucks. This 1985 GMC Sierra 1500 Series 1/2-ton long bed is a time capsule on 4 wheels, showing just 73,930 actual miles and still wearing its original factory paint. Powered by a 305 small block V8 mated to the dependable 700 R4 overdrive automatic transmission, this Sierra delivers classic American power with modern cruising comfort. It's equipped with power steering, power brakes, and yes, Coal factory AIC that still blows strong, making it the perfect blend of vintage feel and daily usability. The carburetor was just fully rebuilt, ensuring it fires right up and runs smooth, and this truck drives every bit as good as it looks. The upgrades continue with a brand new windshield, new wiper blades for brand new tires, and a freshly serviced radiator. Other recent maintenance includes a new fuel pump, spark plugs, distributor rotor, new belts for the alternator and smog pump, fresh coolant, a new thermostat, new front marker lenses, and more. This is a turnkey classic that's been truly loved and well kept. Step inside and you'll find the original interior, clean and preserved, a rarity for a truck of this vintage. It even includes the original owner's manual and dealership paperwork, which adds to the provenance and pride of ownership. Whether you're a collector, an old-school GM enthusiast, or just someone who appreciates a dependable classic with real character, this truck checks all the boxes. Plus, it comes with a locking camper shell, perfect for keeping your gear dry or converting it into a vintage adventure rig. The clean California title is in hand. It's currently registered, and it just passed smog with flying colors, making it street legal and ready to roll today. No guesswork, no hidden issues, just an honest, rust-free, beautifully preserved Sierra that runs and drives like a dream. The seller's asking $10,950, and it's first come, first served, no trades, no texts, no emails. This is an old-school sale for a classic truck that speaks for itself. If you're serious, pick up the phone and make that call, because clean survivors like this don't last long. Number 8, the 1962 Chevrolet C20, $8,500, Fresno, California. If you're searching for a no-nonsense classic that's already had the heavy lifting done, this 1962 Chevrolet C 23/4 ton truck might just be your dream project. Or better yet, your next daily cruiser. This old-school workhorse features a rebuilt V8 engine with just 500 miles on a fresh build, giving it strong bones and a solid heartbeat. And it's not just a motor. This truck has been revitalized from the inside out. Underneath, it's been treated to new brakes, a new master cylinder, and a new slave cylinder, making it stop as confidently as it starts. The carburetor's been rebuilt, and the gas tank's been cleaned and sealed, ensuring you've got reliable fuel delivery every time you turn the key. To cool all that power, there's a new radiator and hoses, keeping everything running at just the right temp. And the best part? That new dual exhaust system with glass backs and hooker headers. It doesn't just run great, it sounds apart too, with that classic American growl that turns heads the moment it starts up. Inside the cab, the upgrades continue with a new seat and fresh carpet, giving a cleaner, more comfortable ride while keeping that vintage dash and layout intact. The wiring has been completely redone, a huge win for anyone who's ever tackled electrical issues in a vintage build. This C20 offers a solid foundation, whether you're looking to go full resto mod, keep it stock, or just enjoy a rugged, road-ready classic as is. The seller makes it clear they don't do emails or texts, so if you're serious, leave a voicemail and they'll get back to you. No scams, no games, just old-school communication for an honest truck with tons of new parts and a clean, tough, timeless vibe. Priced at $8,500. This truck is a great deal considering the work already done. It's ready to haul, cruise, or shine at your local Cars and Coffee. Whether you're a collector, a DIYer, or just a fan of American steel, this 62 C20 is a chance to own a piece of Chevrolet history with all the hard parts done. Call while it lasts, because solid trucks like this don't sit for long. Number 9. The 1976 Ford F-250 Barn Find Survivor, $10,500 Trinity. If you're into original unmolested classics with soul, this 1976 Ford F-250 Custom is a true time capsule that's hard to come by. With just 76,000 original miles, this Barn Find Survivor is a kind of truck you rarely see in this condition. Still wearing its original patina, untouched and full of vintage character. Powered by a 360 V8 paired to an automatic transmission, it runs and shifts just like it should. What really makes this one stand out is how complete and factory original it is. We're talking original hubcaps, bumpers, cab lights, and even the factory air conditioning and heat, both of which still work like a charm. The interior is 100% original and incredibly well preserved, with a bench seat that's in solid condition, not ripped or worn out like you see in most trucks this age. There's no rust cancer anywhere. Not even the drip rails. Just honest surface rust on the sheet metal that adds to the visual charm. This truck gets attention and admiration wherever it goes, thanks to that authentic age finish and its undeniable throwback presence. It spent its entire life working on a Louisiana farm, and the current owner hasn't changed a thing, keeping it exactly as it rolled out of factory nearly 5 decades ago. It's not just a pickup. It's a piece of Americana, a rolling example of durability and simplicity from an era when trucks were built to work hard and last. Whether you're a collector, a restorer, or just someone who appreciates vintage trucks in their rawest form, this F250 Survivor checks all the boxes with a clean title in hand. It's ready for a new caretaker who will preserve or restore it, or just drive it and enjoy the attention it gets. Priced at $10,500, the seller is open to reasonable offers, but a truck this original won't hang around long. If you want a legit survivor with pedigree, patina, and purpose, this is the one. Number 10. The 1957 Studebaker Transtar Pickup, $7,900, Kirkland, Washington. Here's something you don't see every day. A rare Studebaker Transtar turned full-on street rod, blending vintage lines with custom muscle and backyard creativity. Sitting on a reworked front end with a coil spring suspension from a 70s Chrysler, this truck's got proper stance and handling to match the 318 cubic inch V8 it inherited from the same donor car, along with an automatic transmission that's since been upgraded to a more modern overdrive unit. It even has adjustable settings for lockup and overdrive engagement on the converter. Out back, there's a fuel cell mounted inside a diamond plate toolbox, giving you that functional rat rod aesthetic. The whole thing rolls on weld racing wheels, putting the power to the pavement with plenty of attitude. This isn't a fully finished showpiece. It's raw, real, and ready for someone who digs a hands-on, DIY custom world. The tilt front clip is a standout feature. The hood and fenders pivot forward as one solid piece, built with custom frame and hinge setup, making engine access a breeze. The cab interior is a blend of parts-bin ingenuity and stripped-down charm. It's got Celica bucket seats, a Firebird steering column with tilt, blinkers, horn, and key lock. The wiring is all new, with extra circuits ready if you want to add power features down the line. There's no headliner, no door panels, no side windows, and the dash has holes where gauges should be. But hey, it's got oil pressure and water temp, and that's enough to get you grinning on a back road cruise. You'll probably want to wear goggles, though, because this beast gets breezy. Outside, the original Studebaker fiberglass grille was too far gone, so the builder welded in a 40s Chevy grille, painted it to match the body's blue accented patina, and even threw a Chevy tailgate on the rear with drop chains for that classic clink and rattle vibe. French taillights and antenna, plus remote adjust mirrors, add just enough hot rod flair without being too polished. It's a rolling tribute to ingenuity, grit, and garage-built style. Priced at $7,900, this 1957 Transtar is perfect for anyone who wants a weekend driver with character, a project with punch, and a head-turner that's already halfway to legendary. It's got good bones, killer looks, and the kind of story that makes cars and coffee crowds stop and stare. Don't wait, this one won't last. Number 11. The 1949 GMC 3/4 ton pickup, $3,700, Auberry, California. For anyone chasing that perfect post-war patina project, feast your eyes on this 1949 GMC 5-window 3/4 ton pickup, a rare survivor with the bones and style of a classic American workhorse. While it's not currently running, this truck is about 95% complete and absolutely begging for a full restoration, rat rod conversion, or even an electric drivetrain swap if you're feeling bold. The body is nearly complete, solid in all the right places, and only showing small patches of rust, which is pretty remarkable considering it's over 75 years old. The iconic 5-window cab gives it that timeless hot rod silhouette, a design detail collectors and builders love. What makes this one even more appealing? It already comes with brand new glass and weather seals installed, saving you time and money on one of the trickiest parts of vintage rebuild. This isn't some forgotten rust bucket from a field. It's a rolling canvas waiting for the right vision and a little elbow grease. Now, it's important to note that there's no title, so you'll need to be comfortable going through a registration process or using it as a base for something custom or off-road. But the value's all there. The body, the character, and the style are intact, and the price is right at just $3,700. Located in Auberry, California, this truck could be the weekend project you've been searching for. Whether you're into frame-off restorations, patina-perfect shop trucks, or you're dreaming of dropping a modern LS swap under the hood, this 49 GMC gives you a head start. Trucks like this don't come around often, especially with a desirable 5-window cab, good glass, and a mostly complete body. Bring a trailer, bring your vision, and bring it back to life. This truck is ready for someone who sees potential, not problems. Don't wait too long. The right builder is going to scoop this up fast. Number 12, the 1966 Dodge D100 Sweptline pickup. $2,600, Granger, Indiana. If you're a fan of raw, untouched classics with a story behind them, take a look at this 1966 Dodge D100, a long-forgotten Sweptline-style survivor that's been sitting in quiet retirement for decades. Listed at just $2,600, this old Dodge is rough around the edges, but it's honest. A true barnyard time capsule that's looking for someone with the vision to bring it back. The title reads G/NEXT, which likely confirms an extended Sweptline, known for that clean, horizontal body line and utilitarian design. The seller believes it was parked years ago in complete condition by their stepdad, who recently passed away. And now, it's time for this piece of Mopar truck history to find a new caretaker. There's rust showing, as expected on a truck of this age. But importantly, there are no holes in the bed, which is huge if you're planning a full restoration or patina preservation build. The body looks straight enough to work with, and the bones are all there. Now, let's talk logistics. This one isn't a turnkey driver. It's currently sitting in a slight hole where it's been parked for years, so you'll need a trailer and winch or come along to get it loaded and hauled home. But once you do, the potential is wide open. Rat rod, restomod, full frame-off restoration. You name it. The title is already transferred and clean, which saves you a major step, and that's a rare win when buying older non-running projects like this. Whether you're into Dodge trucks, collecting 1960s Americana, or just want a blank canvas with character, this truck has that solid vintage vibe that's hard to fake. With some TLC, a wrench and welder, this D100 could become your shop truck, showpiece, or weekend cruiser. $2,600 is a fair price with potential packed into this tin, and it's waiting in Granger for the right builder to bring it back to life. If you got a dream and a trailer, this Dodge could be your next great rescue. Number 13, the 1989 Ford Ranger. $700, Bonilio, New Mexico. Now here's a scrappy little pickup with story and some life left in it. Meet this 1989 Ford Ranger, a rough-around-the-edges survivor that's been through a hit and run, but is still up and running. Priced at just $700, this deal is as budget-friendly as they come. Whether you're looking to part out for components or fix it up into a solid little runabout, this compact truck still has plenty to offer. It's equipped with a 4-speed manual transmission, and according to the seller, both the engine and transmission are in good condition. That's a major plus at this price point. In fact, it still runs and drives, which is rare for anything sub-$1,000 these days, especially a manual truck from the late 80s. Sure, it's not winning any beauty contests, and the damage from the incident will need attention if you're planning to restore it, but the mechanical heart of this Ranger is solid. This truck is ideal for someone looking for a parts donor, a budget farm truck, or even a first wrench project. There's no ECU complications, no fancy electronics, just good old-fashioned nuts and bolts. The simplicity of the Ranger platform means it's easy to work on, and parts are plentiful. Whether you want to yank the drivetrain, swap the motor, or patch it up and daily around town, this little workhorse could be just the project you've been waiting for. And here's the kicker. The seller says they can deliver, which is rare and incredibly helpful if you don't have a trailer on hand or want it brought directly to your garage. Located in Albuquerque, this truck is price a move and ready for someone to either revive it or harvest it. At just $700, it's hard to go wrong with a complete, running 4-speed pickup. Hit up the seller before someone else hauls it away for parts or profit. Number 14. The 1974 Datsun 620 pickup for $1,250, Hayward, California. Here's a rare gem from Japan's golden era of compact trucks. The 1974 Datsun 620, a lightweight, rear-wheel drive workhorse that helped redefine what a pickup could be in the U.S. market. Listed at $4,250, this little classic is becoming harder and harder to find in complete running condition with a clean title. This truck is rocking a manual transmission, likely the classic 4-speed that made these Datsun so fun to roll through the gears, paired with gas-sipping inline-4 that was built for longevity over speed. With 140,000 miles on the clock, this 620 is definitely put in its time, but it's nowhere near the end of its story. Known for their reliability and easy-to-wrench design, these trucks are cult classics among vintage import collectors, lowrider builders, and JDM enthusiasts alike. Whether you're after that old-school Japanese pickup vibe or looking to restore and cruise, this truck checks all the boxes. The Datsun 620 was known for its unique body lines, forward stance grille, and bulletproof simplicity, a true no-frills hauler that came alive with a bit of tuning and personality. This one appears straight, and with a manual transmission and clean papers, it's got the bones to either restore to OEM glory or slam and Restomod into a showstopper. These trucks were the foundation of Nissan's pickup legacy, and if you know your history, you know a stock 74 Datsun pickup in decent shape is worth every penny. In a market flooded with overpriced, rusted-out domestics, this California survivor stands out. Whether you want a reliable classic driver, a project for your garage, or a fun throwback to the simpler days of wrenching, this 620 brings that authentic vintage charm with room to make it your own. Sitting pretty in Hayward/Castro Valley, it's price fair and ready to roll. Don't sleep on it. This Datsun won't sit long. Number 15, the 1975 Chevy C20 Silverado pickup. $5,900, Payson, Arizona. If you're hunting for a heavy-hitting classic project truck with big block muscle and rugged potential, check out this 1975 Chevrolet C23 Plus 3 Crew Cab, a rare configuration, packing some serious heat under the hood. Listed at just $5,900, this beast is powered by a 454 cubic inch competition big block engine with headers, originally built as a backup motor for a racing boat. Yes, you heard that right. That means serious torque, serious sound, and serious potential for anyone looking to build a street machine, tow rig, or a resto mod cruiser. This isn't just another beat-up work truck. This Silverado has good bones and is calling out for someone to bring it back to glory. The 3+3 cab configuration gives you extra space inside. Think of it as the OG crew cab, perfect for hauling friends, gear, or just stretching out in that long bench seat. It's not perfect. It needs TLC, but that's what makes this one exciting. It's got previous work done, and it comes with an extra set of tires and rims, making it even more of a deal. The C20 badge means it's the 3/4 ton model, giving you extra hauling capacity, stiffer suspension, and a beefier frame, making it ideal for towing heavy-duty builds, or even slamming it into a wicked custom hauler. The 454 Big Block is a monster of an engine that roars to life with the right setup, and this one already comes with performance headers. That's a great head start. Whether you're into square body restorations, old-school American muscle, or simply want a classic truck With raw power and presence, this 1975 C20 offers serious bang for the buck. Sitting in Pace in Arizona and ready for its next chapter. It's a solid platform that just needs the right hands and a little love to become a show-stopping classic. Don't wait. Trucks like this don't sit long, especially when they come with a 454 under the hood.